Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's stream day. It's stream time. You guys ready for stream? Hi. So we have a double stream today. Two pieces of content happening. The first one is an FMV game. I don't think I've actually streamed FMV games very much, if at all. But this one was recommended to me by my good friend Kiwo. She basically has forced me at gunpoint to play this game right now. And has promised me that it's going to be really, really good. So yes, please and thank you. Can't wait to try it out. It does look very fun and actually up my alley, so I'm excited. And then after that, I'm going to be playing Guilty Gear Strive. I know, surprising, for a sponsorship with none other than Boone. So Boone's going to be joining me and kicking my ass for like 2 hours straight in Guilty Gear. While I guess talk with him about things. So that is isn't Boone like really good? Yeah. And I asked him to play because I like him and like hanging out with him. But he didn't tell me that he doesn't know how to like teach people games or go easy on them. He just goes full tilt all the time. So it's just gonna be me losing for 2 hours. But, you know, people are into that, so that's what we're doing. But that'll be later tonight in about 3 to 4 hours, maybe. Until then, we're going to try this game not for broadcast. I don't really know much about it. I've tried to stay pretty ignorant. It's basically, from my understanding, going to be a game where we're trying to censor anything that's on the airways that is a little risque, a little too much for the audience, you know. And it's gonna be, I think the important thing is we're cleaning up the air, you know, and we're making sure that all streams are safe for people of all, you know, persuasions to watch. And so I think it's gonna be a really wholesome time, you know. Yeah. So Hypnospace Outlaw, I think similar vibe to Hypnospace. If I had to guess, again, I don't really know much about it, but it is an FMV game, which is goofy. And based on the opening,
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been.
I'm overwhelmed.
Well, that's a very blunt.
Is this a scary game? It might be.
Is lying to you.
It seems like it. Do I want to name myself Criken? Sure.
And have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
J Money, thank you for the 34 months. Look like you're about to cry.
The people never
Viewer loss.
never enough.
How do I turn it off? I don't want to lose viewers. Please.
Are you saying that advance have cured death?
They're leaving.
We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening.
Do I mess with any of these?
And I'm Jeremy Dawes.
Viewer loss high. Nuh-uh. Okay, fine. I won't mess with it. Content warning. No. We don't need that, right? You guys, it'll be okay.
Well, that's a very blunt.
And Froggo, thank you for the 34 months. Looking forward to another month of decadence. Thank you. All right, are we just gonna jump right in?
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
Sure, this game won't be topical in any way. I mean, it's British, so they're out of touch already, you know?
People never
I think we'll be okay.
never enough.
All right.
I cannot believe you, Helen.
Damn right.
Are you saying that advanced
Intern.
have
Wait,
cured
story
death?
mode, intern, broadcaster, showrunner. Now I consider myself a showrunner.
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Viewers, stop watching quicker. Wait, I don't want that. I don't know. I'm gonna wait till.
Getting started.
Kiwa, which one do I do? She's the one that told me to play this
Good
game.
evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy.
I will listen to her advice. Are we? I'm not an intern. I'm either a broadcaster or a showrunner. You do story?
What a wild ride this has been.
You're our intern.
Well, that's a very blunt.
I mean, if there is a setting that makes the viewers leave.
Is lying to you.
All right, I'll do broadcaster. All right. Here we go.
That's all coming up on tonight's
FMB night.
National Nightly News.
You can see it's very British. You see the guy's teeth? What? I'm allowed to make fun of British people. What was that last frame? I'm allowed to make fun of British people. Yeah, I have British friends. It's fine. Turn right. Oh shit. It's like Five Nights Freddy. Oh.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through.
All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down.
Yeah.
Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio. And you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain... Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left.
Crazy Neil.
Adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Machines to the right. Machine to the right. One. Come to Bumley. My Salad Weekly. Exercise with ham sleeves.
Right, won't be long now till the signal starts coming through from the station. Stay on your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes. When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Wait!
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist, going 5,
When do I...
4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Thank God.
Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be the throw to the news titles on screen 2.
Yeah.
There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent.
Sorry.
And corners the flowered market.
I missed the countdown.
Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of
Wait,
this fledgling
8,
party have
7.
to say on their historic.
I gotta come over here.
Button
That's
2
all coming up on
in
tonight.
3,
National
2,
Nightly News.
1. Lovely, mate.
Yes!
Next thing is the throwback to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Wait.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now, lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing, or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual
Interference?
policy and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear.
Okay, I'm liking this.
However,
This is like Five Nights at Freddy's, but real.
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or
Where?
you'll get fired.
Oh!
The top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
To hear the co-leaders.
It's one that says 0.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
What? Why?
Ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you. I thought that was our little secret.
Jeremy looks like he's 22.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wicked. We've made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting.
Okay.
A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing
Oh,
the talking.
fuck.
2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting.
Okay, I know how to do this.
3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules.
Congrats to Trenchcoat, thank you for 10 months.
It's not as
I also have to read
complicated as it
chat during
sounds.
all this.
You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break.
Okay,
Quiet
okay.
in the studio. Thank you so much. 10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Crazy Neil.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
Successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring
I'm killing
role
this.
when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan.
This is fun.
Not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire.
Been on that shot a bit long.
Shut up!
But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Ah!
He won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
I'm killing it.
In the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
The fuck?
You think I don't know?
I didn't sign up for this.
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
No, we mustn't. Think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Oh no.
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Jubbly,
Change
mate.
the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
But I didn't listen.
I know.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
No, don't.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key. Yes.
Bloody perfect, mate.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Okay. Is there somewhere I should put my webcam, guys? Or is this fine?
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen
To here.
is about 2 seconds behind the master screen.
To here.
When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button, or the spacebar on your keyboard, for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm, and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through
So
it.
censoring
We'll have
is
you
only for the
bleeping
live
like a
feed,
pro.
right?
Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
Minutes from the coast, and with more than 2 areas of outstanding natural interest. Isn't it time your family...
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Oh, great.
Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleed.
Thank you all for coming.
Oh, no.
Well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people,
No, you totally
you
missed
saw
that.
right
Fuck.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put.
Perfect.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets
My
and
bad.
Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay it back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals.
What are they saying?
into individuals, to properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions, but you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs.
Sorry!
Children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been, in the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again, just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Yay! I'm so good at this job.
Interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself...
I'm fucking with them. It's okay.
That's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night. Have a peaceful...
And we're
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate.
Woo!
Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
What?
This is some weird
Hey, I got the job.
fever dream. Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Build your collection week by week.
Broadcast complete.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page. Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You've got a graph here showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking
All offensive words were censored.
really drill into the details if you
Adequately
want to get
edited.
better at making TV.
So what's the big deal? Why'd I get an E for this? Whatever, man.
Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
Okay.
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you.
Ooh.
In other words, what the boss thinks.
He loves me. Great.
Alright, mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the
Oh, that's cool. So you can rewatch the things you already cut.
In a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national
fun.
nightly news.
So if you
But
want to like
before
get
that,
more of the
let's take a
story,
look at
you can
what's coming
probably
up later on tonight on Channel 1
watch it back.
at 7 o'clock. It's
I want to see when I fucked up.
On a toilet. We can do you a...
Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first, our very own culture reporter, Megan Wolf, is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan
Oh, I
Wolf,
killed it on
culture
this segment.
correspondent. And today I have a guest.
Pull up
who's
a share,
starring
guys. This
in
part-
everything from
this is
Shakespeare
real- this
to
is
the
content.
Shopbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear.
Look how good this
I
is.
hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
So you've just finished filming your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him?
This
He's
looks
a
professionally
wonderful
done.
chap. He really is.
When he cuts her
I've
off.
worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
It's good.
A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my
The
last
panic in her eyes.
starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all. A love, of course, for freedom.
I fucked up on the bleeping a lot.
On the taint, we've got a big
Tetanus shots?
and after a long day exploring Bomley, You can relax in comfort in one of 2 communal tents. Or you could take advantage
One
of a
of
famous
2
nightlife.
communal tents.
There's a radio in the calf, or on Fridays we gather to watch tramps fight. Come on, Harold, you scruffy old meth head. Only 85 minutes from the coast, and with more than 2 areas of outstanding natural interest. Isn't it time your family went Bumley way? And hey, if you come in the dry season, you've got a car park. St. Bumley, on the Taint, naturally.
St. Bumley on the Taint. Oh my god.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pat.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. And, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty,
I was still learning.
low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. You, the people, you saw right through their.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you have when things are going
So
well.
it seems like
when the country
if we
is
want to get
suffering,
the
you don't need
story,
a
we have to
party.
rewatch for the
You need a team.
most part.
A team that can change things. But today is day 1 of a new future.
All right.
Right, click
Let's
on
give it a shot.
rushes and let's have a look at those. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the
Oh.
broadcast and give it a go. And when
That's
you're
cool.
done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
So if I play this and I want to like focus on one of them.
Apparently he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's at liability in the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody.
Me.
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
I want to see what he does. Can I like full screen this?
Am I going to hit the source this one? It's very green.
Nice one, Jeremy. All right. Now what? Continue. I want to see the next level. Oh. You arrive home to find posts on the mat, most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you and you open it. I am still broke ass poor. It's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston. And Susie Winston. Well, you means at least they got the basics right. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Upon starting a new job, you would... be friendly and introduce yourself to your new coworkers. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now, a file of minor importance has gone missing. You would... recommend that your colleague reports it. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than the previous ones. You would, stay late to ensure you hit the first deadline. Well, hold on, wait. This is the government that sent me this? I'm gonna go to the pub because the government guy was drunk. It's the annual company barbecue. You and your family have been invited. You are washing your hair that day. Go if you're free, but wouldn't mind missing it. You've been practicing with your coworkers and think you'll win the talent contest. You've had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you refuse to attend. Playing it safe. In your spare time, you like to relax alone, attend political rallies, encourage and support your children with their hobbies. That one. Your ideal holiday getaway would be natural beauty, something unfamiliar, a structured day out of a theme park. Sounds fun. It's more important that the government keeps people safe, free, happy, equal. Free! Thank you for your cooperation. Advance knows your time is valuable. We appreciate your help in leading the nation to a brighter future. Typical American answer? Oh yeah, I forgot I'm playing a British game. Drying up a favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. The print fades, but the goofy face still makes you smile. There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let him in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. So sorry for bursting in late, Alex, Chris stammers, but I need to favor it, and you're the only one I can ask. What's going on? I've just seen all this crazy advanced stuff. The Assets and Wealth Act, they're calling it. Taking people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit. Uh-oh. I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, Chris adds hastily, but they can afford it. People like me, we're gonna lose everything. I'm sorry, but taking from the rich to help the poor doesn't sound so bad. Chris's eyes flash dangerously. You can't possibly be that naive. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. Look, that's not why I'm here. I need to borrow your passport. What? They've taken mine in half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look similar. Coach, thank you for the 27 months. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe, and I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Surely there's another way. Chris' mouth falls open. You're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. I've treated your children like they are my own. We're family. That's against the law. Fine, I'll sell this myself. Chris spits. So much for family loyalty, eh? Grabbing the neon fluorescent suitcase, Chris disappears in the night. You go back to the dishes, picking up Sam's cup again. Damn. That's illegal. Oh boy. Oh, sorry. Yo, Dave!
That's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on.
What do you mean, at least? Huh?
Right, let's load up the adverts. You know, load the tapes under the desk, look down.
Right.
Have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Should we play this? Is this toy safe? I'm sure it is. Juste de Conchamp. Alan James. Alan James is coming soon to a medium-sized hall near you. Okay.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These two buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice.
Oh, shit.
I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully. And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
Says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon.
10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer.
She is June. Thank you for the year-long
So
resub.
play
Happy
me when
1
it
year.
explodes, going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country,
Is that a bad one?
My guess,
He looks
we're on the way to a new
insane.
future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehouse. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Sportsboard and Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's Taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest.
The other one seemed funnier, but I don't think they want funny right
with this
now.
unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have."
I'm trying to gain the context before I cut to it, you know?
Rumors abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is
fuck.
snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very
It's a good thing.
Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artist Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch,
I am the media, I have the power.
in the public eye.
You think?
Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers? And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime,
Oh, fuck.
how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that and mega more for the group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Yes! Yeah! What? Oh, fuck. Wait. That was a good cut, though, wasn't it? All right, let's fucking go. I'm ready. I'm in.
Think of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act. We're talking about Advance's first.
Who was that? Why was that
and
on?
What the new future holds.
I'm being sabotaged.
Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word.
Do I get censored?
The overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is
shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage.
Stop!
Paedophiles!
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and Opie-arts. Like opiates.
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
Go! I didn't know that was my sign. Oh fuck! All right. Oh no, wait. This was the scary ad, right?
Seems full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the clock at the top.
Actually, fuck it, I don't care, I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. Alright, mate, see you later, bye!
I'm just saying I'll do what I can, that's all.
Oh shit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said a bit of wording, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody.
This game's crazy.
If that sticks, I'll just...
I've never seen a game that uses the skill set that I actually have developed playing, you know, streaming my whole life.
In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team. to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day.
How do I go up?
First up,
I forget how to go up!
a lawyer who sees the problems closer.
Sorry, no! Wait!
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face with the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good
Oh,
time,
no.
darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Thompson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. I'm joined by Police Chief Constable
Smug face.
a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for
I don't like this part. I don't like this part.
safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and
Can I disable this
enjoying
feature?
neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife.
You can turn that part off?
So you feel the streets
How?
simply aren't safe anymore? Where?
How? I think it distracts from the actual good parts of the game. Advanced settings. Interference. Make it custom. I'm gonna force you fuckers to stick around. Viewer loss easy. Hardcore mode. Snuggle hugs. Alter or disable the attacking toys. All right. I wish I hadn't seen that. That's fine. We'll just keep going.
What have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it is of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible.
Huh?
Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimp's escaped. Delia? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? Delia, could you give me a little help, please? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Can't you go back in your gimp space?
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white...
Guys, it's England. It's England.
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, you naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again.
Mummy said, get back in your gimp space. No, naughty, you beast, Clive.
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Bill there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. Hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter.
Shit.
Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swamp. To talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday.
His birthday!
Happy returns, Tony.
Happy Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony.
Way!
I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
Oh shit.
This one's, yeah?
Yep. One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal there, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, you're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to gain a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. Criken will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
Whoa! Let's go, man.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
I'm sure he's on his way. Come on, welcome back.
I'm bad at rhythm games. That's not true.
10 seconds, everybody. We're gonna open on Megan. Camera 2. Going
Camera
in
2.
5.
Got it.
4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools.
Oh my
Welcome
God.
to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. I'm joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Jeff Algebra.
Thanks, Steve. Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I We often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy to people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
Shit.
That's right. To put into context, I play a young
Fuck!
first year who's having some troubles at school.
I fucked that up, guys. I'm so sorry.
Doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Put it in, coach. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
This is
2
manic.
days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of...
Fuck!
Hey.
No! He slipped it in. I didn't expect it.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner. What's around the corner?
Oh my
What's
god.
around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Where the fuck am I cutting?
No, it's Gary the Fist.
Gary the Fist.
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're coming from.
I can't fight all 3 of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Oh fuck.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
What?
Life can be cheeky if you work as a team.
It's my choice to remain. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your crew lads. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
That was a good cut. What do you mean? Here we go.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice. And I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist.
All right, I get it now.
I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner. He had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now.
Make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh.
Brilliant! What the literal fuck was that?
That was art.
Oh, it's Alan James.
Cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
There must be something in the food. I don't want to upset you, but you should reap for the world.
This game is great. I love this. Are you guys having fun?
And I don't mean to shock you, but you need to wake up. I'm Alan James, and I'll slap you so hard with the truth you'll still be picking facts out of your face the following Wednesday.
Alan James, coming to a city near you. Check local press for dates and time.
Hey, that's pretty good. This one didn't go great. This was when, because of the issues with the thing. I'm still broke, but we're getting better.
Take a look at what's
I want to
in
see
store tonight
that segment.
on Channel 1. Kicking off our evening schedule is a retrospective of the best moments from Peter Clement's Just the Job.
I don't think
reminding
Ruckus
us
did
just
any of the
how
song
our new
audio. What do you mean? Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Yeah, this part I fucked up a bit. So what are these things?
State-of-the-art human-like voice to keep them company when you can't.
If you keep me happy, I'll keep you safe.
And his incredible real-action eyes.
I hope your mummy and daddy don't die in a fire. That would be bad.
It's no wonder Mr.
Oh, it would be.
Snugglehugs
That's
is
true.
the gift your child wants this Christmas.
All the other kids have got one.
That's right, little one. You don't want to be left out.
I only like people who have me as their friend.
Oh, Mr. Snugglehugs, you're so silly. Mr. Snugglehugs in stores now and selling out fast.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country.
Oh yeah, this was the... I fucked this up.
Who are responsible...
Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in his box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go. Back in your gimp space.
And
Off you go.
whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people
Darling,
of this...
where's the padlock?
Hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said get
Clive,
in your
I am not having this again.
Mummy said get back in your gimp space. Naughty, you beast, Clive. You...
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us.
In you are.
Hopefully uninterrupted. It's time to get to the heart of the matter.
Okay, this bit was actually
Tony
good.
Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swan. To talk to us today.
Oh, I fucked that part up.
His birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
I missed the important part.
Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but
Way!
it's a constant battle against institutionalization, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwacks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Tony! I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find...
I love his voice.
Yeah,
They
all
picked
the
such a
boys are
good
in.
guy
Big
for
Chris.
this.
Oi, oi. Little Chris.
Oi, oi.
And Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep. 1 sec, love. Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Sopen!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this?
Sopen!
You are joking. Chrissy Free has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Wait, let's believe that.
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. Criken will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
All right, I screwed up a little bit.
Why bother strengthening your body when you can strengthen your face? We believe your skin deserves the best. So the new formula
I love this
actively
game. The
removes
humor is
harsh
fucking on
chemicals from
point.
your skin. The high salt content actually pulls the dihydrogen monoxide right from your pores to give you the crisp, brittle skin you've come to expect. New Jus de Cochon will revitalize the appearance of the strength of your face's skin. 41% of women we surveyed said they loved their visible flakes, and 7 out of 10 dentists would recommend it.
Is she okay?
Jus de Cochon, because we said so.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan.
Let's just watch their show again. Are you guys ready for the... I don't know if it's even secondhand cringe. It's kind of firsthand, isn't it? Oh, it's Ari, you're right. Maps is really important.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears.
Tears.
Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone.
Alone.
Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist! Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year? Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father.
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, sake.
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money. Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah.
And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah. But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
All right, let me know how good I did here.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel lads. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait. Where's my dinner, woman?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
Go.
Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess Yes, life's pretty hard on a council estate.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
Life's pretty hard on a council
estate.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you
That's my favorite cut.
Just work as a team.
it's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship.
Yes! Oh.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country.
This game's great. All right, I'm excited to see where we go next. What's a council state? I think it's like a state subsidized housing. So like for low income families. Arrive home after another long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. You recognize Sam's hurried scrawl. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. You know where this is headed. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up. Underlined twice. So this was your fault now, is it? You sulkily pressed play on a cheap horror film you were going to watch together. You used to be absolutely terrified you was a kid, but always makes the two of you laugh. Aww. Just to get to a good bit, part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can. Pleading but somehow defiant. Yeah, sure. Go for it, kid. Purely surprised, he practically races out the door. You doze in front of the movie, waiting for his return. You start awake with the sound of TV static. It's gone midnight. There's no sign of Charlie or Sam. Oh. Let's go find him. You may think you were born yesterday, but at least he apologizes. That's something. Okay, at least my son's not dead. And I've been doing this a while. A tight Christmas. Can't help but crack a smile as you look around at the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You'd always have a soft spot for Christmas. It's been a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since he refused to part with your passport. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. Clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Make a toast! Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here. No thanks to you. Oh, Chris! Chris, sighs Sam. Come on now, it's Christmas. Can we put that behind us? Let's try and enjoy ourselves. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration out of it on a cheap cut roast chicken. Your daughter, Susie, sees the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me. You chuckle. This sounds familiar. I'm not gonna like this, am I? Susie rolls her eyes. You know, me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. Just interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath, Susie. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Ignoring Chris, you smile at your daughter. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures, Susie gushes. You sigh and lower your voice. You know money's really tight now that Grandma's staying here. You just don't have that kind of money, Susie. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. Oh, man. I'll find a way to make it work. Sam interrupts. Sorry, were you going to consult me on this, or are you going to just carry on pretending I don't exist? There wasn't an option, Sam! You feel your cheeks flush red and turn away so Chris can't see. You know you haven't been the most attentive lately, but this rebuke still seems harsh. Sam exhales and seems to brighten, but lucky for someone, I agree, it's a great opportunity, and I'm sure we can find some money somewhere. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly as you start to clear the plates in silence. You had a nice birthday, Pat. Your mother chimes in cheerfully. Merry fucking Christmas. I gotta kill it, guys. We gotta do well. You're leaping through a pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal advanced logo in the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We're now confirming the receipts and validation of the new Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. As such, it is our pleasure to enclose a check, which we hope you see as a symbol not only of our gratitude to you, but of our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. The throbbing of your fresh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can believe you're awake. Yeah. Chris was right. Advance really are redistributing wealth. We will continue to strive for betterment of this nation and its people. Government gave me money. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend. Usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to this for ages. Finally getting some time alone together where you could forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance, peace, and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. Oh boy. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Some information has come light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Night News team will be working around the clock to ensure that we break the news first. Needless to say, I'll expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening. Oh. Sam comes downstairs brimming with excitement, kiss you, and grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags in the back. Family comes first. Ignore the message. A message deleted. What was that? Oh, comes a voice from behind you. Nothing important. You reply as you put on your coat, adrenaline coursing through your body. Grabbing Sam around the waist, practically slamming the front door. Uh-oh. You get to work Monday morning. You get some sour looks from your exhausted colleagues. A note waits for you. The back of the script is blood red. I am very disappointed, Winston. Was it worth it? It's okay. Oh god. And we didn't get fired, so. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the advanced go-getters to get today. This doesn't sound like the youth club we told you about. Charlie grabs the flyer and thrusts a form in your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after. I mean, government gave me money. Go get him a sport. Your son is thrilled. It's heartwarming to see him passionate about becoming an active part of the community. Indoctrination time. Yeah. You know, life experiences are good for kids. Oh, Alan James. Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you, brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right in front of you. I'm really sure. What do you think? Shall we go? I don't think so. He's a nut job. Thank God I was worried you were going to say yes. You decided to stay and eat pizza. Hell yeah. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the posts sorted into piles, as Sam has taken into doing recently. Most of it is usual rubbish, but a letter with increasingly familiar advanced logo and urgent respond immediately plastered on the front. His correspondence grabs your attention. Dear Winston residents, the letters inform you that the advanced government has taken another step towards our fight for equality by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country. The Partnerships Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. Huh. Every household become a part of one Partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by advance for consistent high performance and financial security. All returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Eye of the Beholder, Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture, we see the beauty in all customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure from sports, travel, or even just you time. I believe in Neil. But now I can play Neil ads. We're gonna make sure we're gonna ride Neil to the moon, I think. That wouldn't be ethical? Who would know? You know? Yo.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here.
Uh-oh.
Your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that looks nasty.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
That one, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fate.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
It probably is a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf.
I didn't know which one was gonna talk first.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Sportsboard and Horgensboard and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2
I don't know the
possible
difference.
options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science
I
working
can't tell.
together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
It might seem amusing to us, but clearly this formerly overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future. It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving under advance.
What is going on?
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year. And this image is sure to place them...
Why was the pirate AI talking?
Johnny's secretive hospital visits have had the rumour mill churning. I
The
think
app
it's
isn't
safe
running
to
for
say
me.
that they're not looking at his school report.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad
I'm gonna need to focus.
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
When only a Flard will do, you need the Flardmaster 5000. That's the slogan accompanying the announcement that has rocked the construction industry this morning. The breakthrough device for aiding in installation is sure to change the way we see the humble Flard.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sportsboard final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Yes! I didn't know they were gonna talk together. Wait, is it sports? Oh no.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Oh my
Last
God.
week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy.
Oh no.
We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties,
What?
have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here
Oh
with
my
Mr. and
God.
Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all after what you lot did. Irresponsible.
I'm ready with the censor.
It's all right. Wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread
Open
carefully. I'm going to speak to
Jesus.
Timmy now. Hey, can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
You be careful now, it upsets them to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? Just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Ah, yes, that'll be the fur, scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be, for just $89.99. And then it's a general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Look careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages.
God.
I know it's under there.
Staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
All right, that's quite enough of
Timmy?
you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
question.
again?
Oh my God.
Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Come on,
I'm happy, Mr. Tadlock.
Oh, your poster, your favourite poster, Timmy.
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Rimington in the coming days and months, I'd wager.
I think I'm blacking out.
Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new Advance mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sportsboard finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Yeah!
Bursting.
Yeah!
She's very good.
Who?
Megan.
Yes, she is.
Watch your back, Jeremy. Women are coming.
I'm more worried about this water dripping into my head.
Alex, Boson, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the Sportsboard final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
Not the fleshy bits.
A hammer, we'll throw in the trees for free. You need a sleeping bag. We've got men's sleeping bags, boys' sleeping bags, couples' sleeping bags you could sleep in upside down with just your feet out. We got beds you could sleep on your front back. You got piles, we got cushions for miles.
It was just keep it.
Michelangelo spent all his time on back paint because he couldn't afford a bed. And we say we're going to come down on prices so hard they're going to look flatter than an elephant in a pancake. Throwing competition. It's an Easter deal. We deal appeal. You want to come down and arm wrestle me?
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to
He didn't say his name.
exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sportsboard. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final of the first annual Sportsboard Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, is Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. Striker go first. Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. On to Mr. Harris now. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris.
What are they playing?
Back to Striker for shots number 3.
I'm trying to figure out the fucking sport.
She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me. Don't know why you complain. To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Football. Move back. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit
Wait,
better.
was he supposed to do that or not?
But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends.
I think this is my best work so
And
far.
of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large. Second round, Harris. Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff.
Fuck! No!
Ignore all of that security. I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite an eyesore. And women's bodies, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so
Women's bodies.
now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that a fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the Heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound.
What?
Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. Absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington's Fish.
On my whistle, on my whistle.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. He's running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over! I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Ball boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you.
Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here.
I'm killing this right now. We can all agree, right? I think I found my new career. Sportsboard broadcasting.
And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to Striker. And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is a wonderful play. Of course we've seen that before. Look at her face, she is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact. A caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much I can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on.
I'm trying!
Because these protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon.
They're everywhere!
Nonsense is going on here. Yes,
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters. Oh, jog on! It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from 2 absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Hold.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it.
Harris's ball.
On it like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. and he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he has any potassium or what's going on today with him. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sportsboard Championship is everyone!
Okay, the ref has decreed once again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sportsboard Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sportsboard Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. All I have to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there at an extraordinary final.
Historic Sportsboard, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh, yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking
It got me too, Jeremy.
just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
They're flirting.
Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge, so your controls might
Segment
be
grade C.
dangerous.
Oh,
Now I know
man.
you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Postman out.
Oh my God.
Sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
You're going to need a whole new lining up there. Triple C.
Minister, it's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
My, but that's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet. Is your seat down?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5,
Cheeky
4,
cow.
3.
Cheeky cow.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
Oh! Die! How do I do my job like this? Die!
About graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges.
People who get to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
So much dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death. Talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
there?
sorry, it's kind of cool like that.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school, he had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I live.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later, he was back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while people watching football.
This is... I don't like this feature.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she
Jesus.
wouldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to.
Oh boy.
The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
You've just given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it fried my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
No, yes. Sorry. My apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to
This is good. This is good entertainment.
Sorry. I've got a shot again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
That one was massive. Right, no, this bastard's come off.
Sorry, the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. Tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at
I'm gonna die.
It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sportsboard final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Fucking hit.
So they just...
Am I dying?
Because anyway, this could be a good thing.
It's my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I stopped the leak.
It popped up at the same time that I hit it. Oh, no, I'm okay. I couldn't tell. Oh, live and spooky DLC unlocked. Great. Oh. What? Why? What did I do wrong? I want to watch the sports again. That was great. Oh, I didn't work on the weekend. Yeah.
We join Jeremy and the team. There's just time for a brief look at what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 6:30, it's a brief history of
The Sportsboard was
where Patrick
an amazing
Bannon will
bit.
be taking a look at the surprising rise.
I think my editing was top notch, aside from the meaty bits that I accidentally showed. Yeah, the fannies. This game is so original. Also the acting.
Wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
Now, you be careful now. It upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Ah, yes, that'll be the fur. It's scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend. But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be, for just $89.99. And then it's a general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Look, careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in...
When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him and with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
It's too many eyes,
and
Robin.
What's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
Oh, right, that's quite
you,
enough of
Timmy?
you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Calm down, your skin.
Do you think your parents will
Cried
ever
with
really...
all 3 of his eyes.
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on,
I'm happy, Mr. Tadlock.
No, your poster, your favourite. Are you okay?
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Rimington in the coming days and months.
I think I'm blacking out.
Is around.
So, Jeremy, what...
All right, sports time, sports time.
Later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about a new game that's gripping the nation, Sportsboard.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
That's
Enjoy
right,
the Sportsboard.
Megan, you join me live here for the final of the first annual Sportsboard Championship.
It is wild to try to cut this without knowing
I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other
anything
all
that was going to
season.
happen. Just having to make it up on the
We
fly.
have Eddie Striker, she's the more experienced of our 2 players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on.
Striker go first.
Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin.
D-Robe.
Harris, perhaps the
bring the
brawn
ball
and not the
into
brains.
play, please?
Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to striker for shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad, if you ask me.
Was there contact? Don't know why you're complaining. To Harris.
Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the arguing with the ref section, it's time to change ends.
Of ends.
Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round, double. Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite an eyesore. And women's body, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. You know, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move.
I like he keeps doing this.
Back to striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastery here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, the boys said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves, 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Smith.
On my whistle, on my whistle.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses, final poses.
What is he doing?
The final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not bad.
You two go first. You two go first.
So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies.
I missed that line.
Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to striker. And striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 bouts. So, here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there.
God.
Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess.
I fucked this part up so bad. They're everywhere.
I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Oh, okay, something nonsense is going on here. Yes,
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away.
So they're rich people that had their money taken away by the government.
Oh, jog on!
This is the mime round.
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Hold.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it.
Harris's ball.
On it, like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy.
I like how the announcer doesn't know what is good or bad either.
We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please.
I'm really proud of
And the
this
winner
shot.
of the first annual Sportsboard Championship is everyone!
Okay, the ref has decreed once again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sportsboard Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals.
Congrats on the win. Thanks, guys. You too. You too. Congrats on the win.
And thanks again for
You
watching
guys earned it.
the Sportsboard Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all that's left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
All right, let's keep going. I love this game. Oh, I missed the prostate ad? Uh-oh. Wait, what?
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window.
Uh-oh.
See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged, then release it to zap the little fuckers. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again.
Oh no.
Great.
More shit to do.
Seems to be the last of them, for now. Right, we're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up.
Right, we spent 11 months.
And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Oh, do we want to put crazy music? Seems like it could be bad.
This has no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I'd expect you to know the difference. Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
I like Jeremy's
Make it
voice.
so.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Make it so.
Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4.
Oh, we're locked in because of the fucking pets.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Not
And
the pets,
I'm
the
Megan Wolf. Our main
robots.
stories
The
tonight.
little
Snugglefuck, it's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs
What?
toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching
Jeremy.
for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we have so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs.
Oh, no!
Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements.
Wrong one!
All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
Armed with blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs are only
They changed it.
and therefore able to be kicked away easily by young, healthy individuals. They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with pre-existing medical conditions like fatal bruise syndrome.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehugs' batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle tugging.
Transformation. Popular cemetery Johnny Hamsleeves, who has recently been suffering with his health, sent us this photo today, presumably in a pathetic attempt to stay relevant at a time of global crisis.
Since receiving his test results, things in Johnny's life have taken a surprising turn. He's certainly using the lockdown to reinvent himself.
It seems that rumours that Johnny has been ill were just that, and that he has, in fact, developed superhuman powers. Renaming himself Captain Ham, he has pledged to fight crime, mainly in the agricultural sector.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen-Horgensbrood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen-Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Helvetica Svorsborgen-Wongensvoord here with a little update from Dante's.
Who was the other guy?
This year's going to be our biggest ever harvest, and autumn's just 2 weeks away. Or at least that's what we think. There's no real day or night down here, and all the clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right, we think that for you up there, it is Wong's Day, the 40/12th of January, or as you call it, Pissmouth Day. Or possibly Boxing Day if we're a bit out. So, happy Pissmouth. I hope you get all the presents you asked for left under your Pissmouth, please.
Stop!
I need to complete my collection of rocks. See you in September. Helvetica out.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who managed to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
We have it from several sources that rich runaways have actually begun to spontaneously lose their teeth.
I don't know what the fuck the teeth thing was.
Cosmic justice, or has masked vigilante Dental Dennis been up to his old tricks again?
And Advance speaks out, with the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world. Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
we've certainly done our bit on this show.
He talks for the people. She's more
Well,
corporate.
let's not forget.
He
how we
won't
behave
say
in our
anything
home
bad.
lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy.
I fucked
or
up.
We're all
I'm
in
so sorry,
trouble.
Megan.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. One of the many new jobs I have in this current crisis is to liaise on a daily basis with the Department of Perambulation, and they have made me aware of these. Now, these are genuine requests from citizens for permission to go outside. Now, I would like to share a few of these with you tonight under the loose heading of what the fuck is wrong with you people? How difficult is this to grasp?
Uh-oh.
I'd like to start with James from Angerhampton, who says he needs to go out because there's a duck in the park that I like to try and feed on a Friday. I call him Mr. Quackington, and I think we're really starting to bond. No, James, they make their hives in parks.
Their
hives. Katie from Self-Righteous on Sea wants to go out so she can deliver homemade meals to the elderly. No, Katie, stay at home. Your casserole's dire, and Shirley can get by with tins of creamed rice from the 1950s. And you, Lewis, from Hamble Bamblebury, those screams you heard in the alley last night behind your house are best left to the police. Now, I want to make this as clear as I can. Think first, stop sending me stupid, sodding requests, and stay inside. Pretend it's not happening until we tell you it's all over. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Remington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
No, you don't. Why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Jeremy's had better days, man. He's about to snap.
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Remington's Fist, internationally respected business Svengali, Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
The voice seem to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snuggle Hugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Remington.
That's nice they're
but
apologizing.
especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Reming Toys. We are
Mhm.
deeply, deeply sorry.
Yeah.
Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Remington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hangman toy. He put it by my bed, And when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner just wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously, and he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
Won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next-generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys, but they're explosive fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be these
Fuck.
bandages.
Was that all right?
Oh, yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we...
I fucked it! Oh, I'm gonna get fired.
That young Miss Remington.
We should make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical
Crazy Neil's
arsehole.
wit and wisdom. And I'm reaching out through the lens of this camera to say, buddy, if you're listening, build a better life for yourself. You want crazy? We got crazy.
Hey, Dave.
How I got started in business. And I gotta say,
Listen, I'll call you back in the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
more of a hunch look, and that wasn't popular. I used to have a ventriloquist act. I cheated, rather, because I trained a dog to talk. You can get down on all fours and yap like a dog for only $22.99 a month. This is a deal with meal appeal. As the astronaut once said to me, I had a mission. Sometimes you're the alien, and sometimes you're the cow. Hey, dude, get off my wife. They wanted to increase recruitment for nuns. Nuns with buns, nuns with guns, nuns with sons. That one didn't go down so much because apparently they're not supposed to have sons. Crazy Bob here to make your life a little more enjoyable. Namaste.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan.
Shut up. Sorry, not
Now
you,
it's time
Megan.
to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks. It was a pleasure,
I'm fucking it up.
Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no.
Oh, this is why I'm fucking up.
After an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Wow.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in...
What?
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again.
I have an idea.
Spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. Shh. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Are you now recanting your statement?
Fuck!
That these toys aren't dangerous?
I'm losing it,
People are
guys.
saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all...
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. Now, and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or at a push, a beloved family.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great... Katie, could it be any
I think I
worse?
missed an important thing there.
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health. So the system can actually bear the strain.
I'm really fucking up, guys.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army amassing an army to kidnap our children.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Me.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you...
Lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James.
Alan, you know
Katie
what they say
Brightman,
about
thank you
snitches,
for
Alan?
joining me. Some real food for thought there. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone...
For the cost of the...
It's Patrick Brannan! Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. But my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon, Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom, technically, but, you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's, you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound? What the hell's that?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks, right.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle fucks! I'm too talented to die! Oh, what the fucking hell? Okay, it's fine. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds. They break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick?
I see only the devil. I see only Satan. Oh God, no! They're coming to me. They're coming after. No, you fucking little shit.
For that report, showing the nation, and more importantly management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be happy to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Uh-oh. Well, he did deliver them. Oh no. At least I'm outdoors. Huh.
So you sent them to fly with us instead.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to. I don't have to.
Uh-oh.
No, you're being a child. I'm not. I'm not.
We can't believe you fell for it.
No? No? Oh.
Uh-oh.
5,
Did I play something
4,
bad?
3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win.
Yo, what's up, dude?
And who will National Nightly lose. Fuck off, Jeff! National Nightly. So, how do we play? Well...
Fuck!
It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see you.
Hey, Boone. After this round, we can swap. I have to focus.
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that, actually, yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah, you called during nap time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else? Yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Thank you. This.
Fuck off.
Oh! But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So...
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct. The colour of my nipples. Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable. That is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which, of course, means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well,
Oh.
you know, when they
Algebra.
gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right. Don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you know their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh, yes. Right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic
I knew he was going to say something to say.
Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow. You really scared yourself to new death. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, fuck.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at
God.
orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all.
Right.
I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to... endure.
You turn this shitting thing... Well, there's all sorts of creatures.
Oh my God.
Down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow, they're always in good moods. They'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house, ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports, now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Thanks all for what I'm sure is bound to be a classic of children's entertainment. But now, let's see how it's really done.
Oh!
Before we wrap up the news tonight, I just wanted to spend a
What is
moment
going on?
talking to you directly. A final thought, if you will, just for you, Alex. You see, I know you think it's gotten complicated back at the old homestead, but there's something you should know. You like to think you've got the and you're just ridiculed. You think you're even-handed, but there's nobody fooled. You clearly love your daughter more. You like to think you've got it under control. Well, if that was your goal, you better re-roll. Did you have a few too many at the watering hole? You clearly love your daughter more.
I do?
Now Chris and Sam,
I thought I've done a lot for my son.
'cause you're too scared of the law. And Charlie's getting angry, locked behind his bedroom door. But Susie thinks you're perfect with that holiday abroad. And I've gotta say, you clearly love your daughter more. One more time for a peaceful night. Yeah, you clearly love your daughter more. And that's news.
That's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow when Jeremy will be wrestling an alpaca and I'll be naked. I'm Megan Wolf. Have a treacle night.
Huh.
What? Aye, just give me that beer. I'm fucking famished.
Fucking famished. Wow. This game is picking up.
We know that you're scared.
Is she okay?
More than ever.
What is that piss?
Even though we're apart.
Do you think I'd be happy with that?
To know.
You're out of your
It still
mind.
matters how you look. Loads, actually.
Hello?
To the distant divas
Alex.
and the isolation idealists.
Alex, wake
The health
Wake up!
Oh no.
Wake up, Alex! Alex! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Wow. I really fucked up the middle one, huh? I killed it at the end, though. Played an advert too late, yeah. Dude, this game is so good. I'm loving it. I'm really excited to play more.
In a few moments, we'll be going live to the
We
National
are
Nightly
going to
News.
switch
But
over
before
and
that,
play
let's
with
take a look
Boone
at
in
what's
just a
coming
moment
up
now.
Later on tonight and every night on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's another episode of What's Wrong with This Picture? And tonight, a group of television executives will be trying to work out why there's a cock and balls on the cheek of the Mona Lisa.
Huh?
That's followed at 8 p.m. by Azor's-winning documentary series, The Shape of Then, which tonight looks at the long-forgotten phenomenon we used to call outside. At 9 p.m, sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie Electric Fever Dream, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch as Helena Canterbury Boatshoe and vice versa. That brings us to 11:15, where, as usual, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be eating his guests.
This game rules. This game is so cool. Have you played it, Sci-Fry? I'm really excited to stream it again. Yeah, there's DLC too. I bought the DLC. Is RoboCop done? Yeah, we finished RoboCop. Where's the bit after this was good? Yeah, the acting is great. Humor is great. They nailed the tone. Yeah, I fucked this segment up real bad. Although,
Now, and begin.
I think it was worth it for that.
Situation will all.
Yes, right, exactly.
It's like heavy
we need
breathing.
decisive action from the government. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
To repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. Now, and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or at a push, a beloved family pet.
Absolutely.
He
Alan.
spent so long
If we can
setting
all
up this
successfully
sandwich.
Come together as a community and perform the ritual. Hopefully, we will appease the great.
So that was a segment I definitely missed. The Great Ancient, and they all did a thing with their hands.
Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years, that's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Meh.
I.
Meh.
The.
Fuck this up so bad.
I don't.
Honestly, most embarrassing.
Saying Alan.
Although, look how happy he is.
I don't think.
That smile.
Lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James.
Alan, you know what
Katie
they say about
Brightman, thank you
snitches,
for
Alan?
joining me. Some real food for thought there. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets,
For the cost of the...
It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today.
All right, we'll watch the last segment again, and then we're gonna swap over and play some Guilty Gear with Boone. But I will be finishing this game. I like it. We'll definitely stream it again.
Bash in the heads of the blind little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh, listen to me, you. If you're out there, just piss off, you little snuff. I'm too talented to die. Oh, what the hell? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh.
For that report showing the nation and more importantly management just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come
Jeremy's
back,
savage,
we'll be
dude.
happy to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this.
Your children are our future. Advance knows this.
We're making sure we...
Oh my god.
And when they talk about what's happening at home, we'll be listening and taking notes. You wouldn't let your children drift off down the river to uncertain ends.
That's where I sent my son.
Or abandon them to a life of shame and mockery and eventual death on the streets. So you sent them to fly with us instead. They're probably safe. But I guess you never know what's lurking in the water. The advanced go-getters. We can't believe you fell for it.
I love it, dude.
Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people have heard it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win and who will National Nightly lose. Off, Jack. So, how do we play? Well, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The isolation segment was allegedly filmed during COVID lockdown?
everyone
Yeah,
in the
I assume so.
Yeah, I
It's a really clever way of fitting it into the plot, you know?
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah, you called during nap time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Thank you. This.
Is that... What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line.
Yeah, they change the subtitles every
How do you feel
time.
about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself,
There's
Angie.
3 versions of the Bear song.
Well, what can
That's
I
interesting.
say? My name is Angie, always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside.
The first one you got was very different. Interesting.
Unbelievable. That is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which, of course, means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed.
Jelly Bean.
We should have Sonia.
Are you gonna buy this season pass? There's a season pass in this game? Why?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here.
I mean, I'm down to play more. I'm liking it.
There you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup,
Samuel
and
Coffee
Judy
Cup?
Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in...
What was it going back for? Was it the song?
Well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No f***ing way!
What the f***ing
That Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right. Don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
That's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger
Parker Brandy,
children.
the 3-year reset.
Well,
Could you do the other
love to
versions?
see it,
If we have
wouldn't
time.
you?
I don't want to keep Boone waiting.
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
We'll scroll through some of the other ones.
Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling.
All right, well, we're going to pause this and look at some of the other ones on YouTube real quick.
Magic figure.
Old Forest is...
Away from this.
Oh.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
All right.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
This game is great. I am 100% going to play more. All right, real quick, we're going to look at some of the other Bear songs, then we'll swap over and play some Guilty Gear with Boone. All right.
I don't have to. No, you're being a child. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not. No? No. Oh, 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway.
He meets a wise old...
All right, so this is Mr. Bear Normal. This is the one we got.
All sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm, like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. Also, Mr. Bear, what's that over there?
All right, so that's normal. Now this is surreal. There's 3.
Sure. Where's the button on this fucking... Ah.
Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm, like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig over Mrs.
Fuck.
With way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good moods. But that's cause they don't know they'll soon be
I'm back on normal.
Soon be sliced up into food.
Shush.
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Please do not applaud, I'm a massive fraud. Shacked up with the agent while the wife thinks I'm abroad.
You said you were done.
Oh, I say that to everyone. Sometimes when I'm tipsy, me and Angela still have fun. Mr. Bear, I don't even care. Sonia takes it up the bum and shaves her pubic hair.
Mr. Bear, that's an overshare. That was for your birthday and you're never going back there.
Mr. Bear, I'm in disrepair. Didn't check my prostate, now it started sprouting there.
Mr. Bear, I have private health care, 90 pairs of shoes and 30 different types of cookware.
Mr. Bear, I feel laissez-faire. Maybe when the lockdown lifts, I'll hit on the au pair.
Mr. Bear, I don't mean to swear, but I'll give a fucking nickel for a lock of Johnny's hair.
Mr. Bear, what a lovely chair. Mr. Bear, you've got the news caught up in your hair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? Mr. Bear, Mr. Bear.
He's doing the wide emote.
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a hat entirely made of avocado pear. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That is a cutlery pie. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the sound a mushroom makes opening a deck chair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That is a suit for a fly. That is a goat in a tie. That is a dream when you fry.
And then there's another one. Apparently, that was not the dark one. This is the dark one.
Fucking thing on though.
You recommended this game, Kiwo, and I love it.
Well, there's all
Great
sorts
pick.
of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm, like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good moods. But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where
It's actually pretty
your dreams
catchy.
go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Ape got sent down for rape. Didn't work out he was innocent till he was 88. Mr. Bird flew south, superstardom on his path. Ended up on the end of a belt with an orange in his mouth. Oh, Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your mommy pushed your daddy down the stair. Mr. Bear, 6 months in intensive care. That's why the bitch has to die.
Oh my god. What choices would have led to this version playing? What the fuck?
The farmer thinks the dangly doodle creatures are asleep. But Mr. Bear's a swinger like the pigs and cows and sheep.
Oh.
He visits every penance sty and always brings the fun. And jerks off Mr. Quackington, who's always first to come. He fingers Mr. Badger's bum and Mrs. Donkey's quim. Then he fronts with Mr. Chicken.
What's a
till
quim?
they both are quite done in. Then he runs around the farmyard trying to shove it where it fits. And ends the night by porting over Mrs. Badger's tits. There's never a dull moment down on Dangly Doodle Farm, kids. Mr. Bear, what's that over there?
It's the 100th word for vagina in Britain. Don't you guys have enough?
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That is your friends in a pie. Yum, yum. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a giant spider in the shoe you want to wear. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That is the end that is nigh. That's where your friends go to lie. That's how you'll scream when you die.
It is catchy, you know, we'll give him that. Oh, well, you know, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Time for a sponsored segment. How about that?